What does it take to break a town's silence? In the fading light of a Georgia evening, Samuel Carter, 78, sat on his favorite park bench, the one under the old oak where he'd carved his initials decades ago. His hands, calloused from years as a school janitor, clutched a tattered book of poetry. The park was his refuge, a place where he could escape the whispers that still trailed him in this small town of Willow Creek. But tonight, peace was not his to keep. Officer Jared Holt, 29, stormed across the grass, his boots thudding with purpose. "You need to leave, old man," he barked, his voice sharp enough to cut through the evening hum of crickets. "This park's for families, not loiterers." Samuel looked up, his gaze steady. "I've been coming here longer than you've been alive, son." Holt's face reddened. "Don't son me. Move, or I'll make you." The words hung heavy, laced with venom that Samuel knew too well. He'd seen that look before on teachers who'd scolded him as a boy, on store clerks who'd followed him down aisles. But he didn't budge. Not tonight. The confrontation drew eyes. A jogger slowed, phone in hand. Kids on the swing stopped, their laughter fading. Holt's hand hovered near his holster, a silent threat. Samuel's heart raced, but his voice stayed calm. "What's my crime, officer?" "Reading while black." Holt sneered. "You're disturbing the peace." The air crackled with tension, a standoff that felt like it could snap at any moment. Then, a voice cut through a small, trembling one. "Leave him alone." All heads turned. It was Lily, a 10-year-old girl with braided pigtails, clutching a soccer ball. She stepped forward, her sneakers scuffing the dirt. "Mr. Carter's my friend. He reads me poems when I'm sad." Her eyes, wide and fierce, locked onto Holt. The officer froze, his bravado faltering under the weight of a child's courage. Lily's mother, Sarah, rushed over, pulling her daughter back. "I'm sorry, officer, she didn't mean." "No," Lily interrupted, yanking free. "He's mean to Mr. Carter, and it's not fair." The crowd grew neighbors, dog walkers, teens with earbuds dangling. Murmurs rippled. Samuel, still seated, felt a lump in his throat. He hadn't known Lily thought of him as a friend. Their chats had been brief, just moments shared over frost and hues. But to her, they'd meant something. Holt, cornered by the growing eyes, doubled down. "This isn't your business, kid. Go home." But Lily's outburst had cracked something open. An older white man, Tom, stepped forward. He owned the hardware store and had never spoken to Samuel beyond polite nods. "She's right," Tom said, voice gruff. "Samuel's no trouble. Been coming here forever. What's this really about, Holt?" The question hung like a blade. Holt's jaw tightened, but he had no answer that wouldn't damn him further. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, a chorus of unease. Someone whispered, "Holt's always had it out for folks like Samuel." Another voice, bolder, "This ain't right." Samuel rose slowly, leaning on his cane. "I don't want trouble," he said, his voice carrying a quiet strength. "But I won't be run off my own park. Not by you, not by anyone." The standoff stretched, seconds feeling like hours. Then, a new figure emerged: Chief Daniels, Holt's boss, alerted by a bystander's call. Daniels, a black woman with 20 years on the force, surveyed the scene. Her eyes lingered on Holt, then softened as they met Samuel's. "Officer Holt," she said, her tone steel. "Explain yourself." Holt stammered, his excuses crumbling under her gaze. Daniels turned to Samuel. "Mr. Carter, you're welcome here. Always have been." The crowd exhaled, some clapping, others nodding. Holt's face burned, but he backed off, ordered to stand down. Samuel sat again, his book trembling in his hands. Lily ran to him, hugging his arm. "I told you he'd leave," she whispered. Word of the incident spread like wildfire. By morning, Willow Creek was buzzing. A petition circulated to investigate Holt's conduct. At the next town meeting, Samuel spoke, his voice steady but raw. "I've lived here my whole life. I've seen hate, but I've seen good too. Let's choose the good." The town listened. Holt was suspended, pending review. Neighbors started greeting Samuel by name. Lily's soccer team made him an honorary coach. Small steps, but they felt like leaps. Samuel returned to his bench the next evening, book in hand. The oak's leaves rustled above, and for the first time in years, he felt seen not as a stranger, but as a neighbor. A man. "Yendi,"